Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Go Money. Before we go into the details, if you have not watched the introduction and money management videos, please do. It has the basic concept of wave theory and the indicators we use. The money management will give you an idea of how to manage the trade. The link is given in the description. In this video, we are going to talk about weekly trade report. Before going into the trades, let's look at how we performed this week. So overall, this week was pretty good for both Nifty and also our trades. So basically, Nifty really outperformed this week, which actually reached about even 4%, which was pretty good rally on the index, and we are pretty much close to 2%. Definitely, we didn't perform better than Nifty, but we were trying to manage to be part of the trade, as we have closed many and some got closed because of the downtrend. So we are not fully loaded at this point. We are only like 50% of the account is part of the trade. So right now, yes, Nifty is really rallying up, but hopefully if we get other setups, we will be entering the trade to continue our progress. But overall, basically, as of now, this happened out of 11 weeks. This happened in 2 weeks. This is week 11 is one of them, and week 5 also, like, Nifty performed better than our account. So there are 2 weeks it happened, but rest all the weeks we managed to hold our account better than the performance of Nifty, even when it goes down or even when it, and also in the uptrend. So overall, pretty much good. And this week definitely we did a better job. Yes, 2% is not a bad growth for a 50% account. At this point we have invested only 50%, and that has grown up 2% of the entire account. So which means approximately we did the same as what Nifty did, but we have to compare only based on the entire money which we have. Basically, as we discussed, we want to make sure what is the exact growth based on how much money you have in the account, which we have started with 10 lakhs. And overall for this year, as we reached 5% in the second week, which was a pretty good rally for both Nifty and all our trades. But from that point onwards till week 9, the market was actually downtrending or sideways to downtrending. So actually we lost some profit whatever we made, but Nifty actually dived down, which went down less than 0, and it even reached around minus 6% range, 6 to 7 minus 7% range, where we try to maintain our account without losing our capital. So that was a good sign. And then when it recovered, yes, we recovered back, and right now we are at overall 5% growth for this year, cumulative growth until week 11, and actually Nifty is close to minus 1%. So definitely we are 6% more growth than Nifty at this point. So kind of we are managing, and we will try to enter more trades so that we will keep up with Nifty, what is happening, if it continues to do, or maybe if there's a reversal, let's see how to manage it as well. Okay, having said that, let's move on to the trade report. Okay, so what we see here, let's go to Sun Pharma, which is the trade which we are in for a long time, and this is pretty much doing as expected. After a rally, we had a pull down followed by a impulse up and a correction to complete the wave. It's expected, and we are expecting the next wave, and this is our second entry point when it broke this trend line. So basically it is properly doing, and this is actually an impulsive move, and I'm expecting it to reach 960 rupees range. So looks like this is going, and it might continue to grow. Let's see how it progresses. And this is a double lot, and we have moved our stop loss to break even for the second entry, and also if it comes down, we will have the profit maintained from the previous run. And looks fine, and it is continuation pattern, so we should be in the trade. Wipro, yes, we entered a little early, as we talked about it last week and earlier. So definitely we entered here, which was not having any particular trade, but I was expecting a longer run. It can even bounce back, and we know how our IT stocks can run. So we didn't want to lose that, so we entered early, but it made a correction down to complete this pattern, came down, and then it started moving up. So I think I'm expecting this rally to continue. Maybe it may have some sideways move before it starts. We don't know. But if it happens, then we will be entering a second trade somewhere here, if we see some pattern forming. But at this point, we are in this trade. So moving on to IRCTC. Yes, same thing. This, even when we entered, we discussed about the pull down. So it came down, and it has come up again, but still it is not. It actually, we entered somewhere here, but we know that it will break down. So we had to adjust a bit down further so that we are part of this trade. So we pulled down the stop loss a bit, as we know it can even test this, and when it reverted back, we pushed our stop loss here. This kind of adjustments happen during the week based on how it performs and stuff. So at this point, we are still in this trade, and we are expecting a move up. I don't expect this pattern is complete, so maybe there's a sideways move before it starts. So if something happens like that, maybe we can see if we want to enter again, but we are already deep down in red. We are actually negative on the IRCTC, so we'll be cautious in entering a second trade. So let's see when it happens. We will discuss more about it. Titan did a wonderful move up after the entry, so it did definitely pull back down, but it didn't break. So then it moved up, so maybe there can be a correction possibility that for the next move up, and it can be a continuation pattern, and there can be further complex patterns forming based on whatever you saw here. So there can be further corrections to complete this whole diagonal move before it starts the next move. So but at this point, we are only trading this particular wave, and I'm expecting it to happen, and it might reach 3,000 rupees. So that's the idea. Okay, so coming to Reliance, did a wonderful job, wonderful move up. So we are in this trade from here, because we were not expecting the trade to come down, but we had stop loss below this retracement level, and it actually exactly came to that, and then it pulled up very fast. So we are lucky to stay in the trade, and now we moved the stop loss slightly above this the previous low. So this, I'm not expecting it to retest it, but let's see how the trade goes, and there can be some sideways before it moves, or let's say if we form another pattern somewhere here, maybe then we can enter for another trade. Yeah, but right now we are continuing this trade. Nestle India did a good job. We entered the trade, but it came down below, and we have to manage this trade a bit to stay in the trade, and now we are started moving up, and hopefully it continues. Right now there is no trade setup, but we are already part of the trade, and we are positive in this. BPCL is a new trade we entered, as we got a breakout trade, and it went up just 2 days back, and we entered this trade. So this is pretty much is a new trade. Last week we entered, and right now it is in the same place, not like it's like 10 rupees up, but this can be a long trade, and as this has done a complete pattern, and this pattern is little complex. Just going to show you a bit more here. So this has completed this two-way structure, but when the impulse started, that's a correction followed by another correction to complete this wave, and I'm expecting at least this for this entire pattern to complete, and we will have to wait to see how this whole pattern is going to perform, but definitely this is a very good move possible. So this is a good trade if it happens, and it can even reach 550 rupees, which is a very good move. Okay, so that's it for the trade report, and mostly it is looking good. So hopefully next week is also going to be the way how it happened last week, so it will be a nice move, or it may be consolidating for further move up. And just to show the stock reports, at this point the total invested amount is 56%. So we still have like it's we are having reserve for further other trades and movements. So at this point we have made close to 5% profit with a base capital of 10 lakhs. So this is the status of our trades, and hopefully we will be able to maintain this progress for the rest of the year, and let's hope the market goes in the right direction. But make sure you trade carefully and understand trading before you do any trades, or even try to, if possible, if you have paper trades, you can try analyzing your charts and patterns to understand more. I will try to give more some technical details possibly in some videos, because if I go through each and every one with more technical details, the video will become much bigger, and it might lose the concentration of what we are talking here. Yep, so I will catch you in another video. Hope you will have a good trade next week. Thanks for watching. I will see you in our next video.